Hey everybody, welcome to That's Good Stuff, the show where we review pop culture's newest releases. And this week, well, not the newest, but the newest release was The Running Man. It took us a week to do it, but we got to it. The Running Man is from Edgar Wright. It's a remake of the 1986 movie starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was also one of Stephen King's first books when he had an alias. So before we get too much into spoilers, we'll just give a quick overview of what the movie is. So The Running Man stars Glenn Powell as the angriest man in the city. Uh, he lives in a kind of corporate dystopian nightmare where medicine's really expensive and they call them farms. And everyone's poor and they hope that winning these dangerous game shows that the network, do they just call it the network? It's not called
Yeah.
anything else. Yeah, the network has all these game shows, dangerous game shows that people can win money. And the most dangerous of all the game shows is called The Running Man, which is a game where you have to survive for 30 days while people hunt you. And also, the citizens can report and get rewards for reporting you to help the hunters. You also have to mail a video every day to make sure you're not cheating or I guess. Well, we there is a reason for it, but we won't go into that yet. Um, so Glenn Powell, he just can't keep a job because he's too nice to his coworkers. He doesn't like to see them die, so he's always saving them, and that makes people mad. He's also concerned about all the radiation going around. And he has him and his wife have this weird talking baby that has a fever. And hey, I mean, was that the first day of the fever? I mean, did they try to get it? Did they
I
have a
think she's had it
wash?
for a while.
Did they have a washcloth? You can't have fevers for a while. That would kill you. Um, I guess children's Tylenol is not a thing anymore. Is it too expensive? Not really a farm, but I guess it's just maybe it went extinct or something. So Glenn Powell, to save his baby from this killer fever it's got, goes on the Running Man. He accepts the job from Josh Brolin, who's like the executive of the network. And the network, they control the media, so they control news and stuff like that. They also are really into deep fakes, so they can make the contestants say what they want to say. They control the narrative, is basically what they're saying. And that is the basic rundown of the Running Man. So we'll get into what we thought of it. What did you think of it? I mean, I've never seen the original, so I can't really compare it to
Mhm.
anything. This story's not too. I mean, I think we've seen stories like this where the corporations are kind of like RoboCop and stuff, where the corporations are corrupt and stuff like that. Um, but what did you think of it going into it?
Uh, Going into it, I didn't know what to think because I didn't. The trailers look fine, but it didn't look like great or anything. And especially for like Edgar Wright, it didn't look like one of his movies at all. But um, actually seeing it, it was for like the first like four-fifths of the movie is probably some of the best fun I've had all year with the movie. Um, it's It doesn't feel like one of Edgar Wright's other movies, but it does. It's still a good movie because he knows how to direct like action and suspense like pretty well. Because I think the highlights are like the action scenes when he's being chased down like in the hotel. I really liked the whole Michael Cera scene. Like he's good at just introducing like a lot of stuff the main character has to go through. Like he forgets to send that thing in. He only has like an hour or something, but he's also being chased. And so there's always something going on, and it treats it seriously. Like it is a pretty funny movie, but it does take itself seriously when it needs to. It's not over relying on jokes or anything. And I you do it does a good job of like correctly like just showing how like bad this world is and just how like everyone's poor and there's like no hope for like people like just like him. So you do care for him, and Glenn Powell's a good a good action star, so he carries definitely carries the movie. Um, Easily the biggest problem I think I have is the ending I didn't really like.
Yeah.
It just I guess they tried to follow like the book more than the original film, but they didn't like go with it through with it all the way. But it just feels like they have like five different like endings, and they just put them all together and just squished them into like the last 15 minutes of the movie. Um, so I think it could have ended like a little earlier than it did, just like after like the plane crash maybe. But um, yeah, I don't think it takes away from the rest of the movie at all. It's not the like best script or anything, but it is definitely like everyone's likable and it's definitely shot well. It's acted well. I like the music and everything. So yeah, I think it is definitely one of the better action movies this year.
Yeah, definitely. It kind of reminds me of the Fall Guy from that year. But last year, I guess it was kind of in that kind of style of like fun action type movie. I agree. I'm glad you said you didn't like the ending because I didn't like the ending
I pulled a
either.
Joseph for once, but
So I'm glad I'm not gonna get yelled at for not liking the ending. But yeah, the ending was it wasn't good. They couldn't. I just don't think they could figure out what to do with the ending because they give it like too happy an ending. I would say too optimistic.
yeah,
Um,
because apparently from I've read the book is just like they actually killed them and then he just like crashes the plane into the tower.
yeah,
It
and
just ends
then
there.
everyone dies.
Yeah.
Um, but they have the part where um, that lady, he gives the lady the pamphlets and like shoots her out of the plane and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like a Watchmen type ending where the guy dies, but gets the message out. And I get it. I don't think this movie would work with like a very dark ending, but I think they could have figured out a way. Like most
Yeah.
sci-fi, it's fun when the hero can outsmart like the enemy he's going up against too. So it'd be fun if he could have Powell's character could have outsmarted him, but I just don't think they could figure out a way to do that. I think they needed like more of a resistance because they mention a resistance the whole time, but you don't see them at all,
Yeah.
except for Michael Cera's character, and then these two friendly guys that take Glenn Powell in. Um, and they're always like, "Hey, we got guys. They're gonna help you. They'll meld the things for you." But we don't see that
Hmm.
at all. It would just be nice if, like in the beginning, maybe someone like he hears like rumors of a resistance and like someone approaches him and before he even goes on the game show and be like beware and like so they would just be present the whole time. I think that could have worked.
I'm kind of
uh
glad they didn't because then it'd be like Hunger Games or something like that, where it's always like just the second half's just about the resistance. I kind of like that it is just one guy versus like everyone.
yeah, it could
I
it
think
but
they
they
could
would.
have. I think the like a better ending would have been some way to like get past like the deep fakes and like actually get the message out like on air.
Yeah, or use the deep fakes in their
Yeah,
favor or something like that.
yeah,
Yeah, because it could have been really predictable. Because like the thing, so one of the villains, one of the hunters is Lee Pace's character. Poor guy, he just plays a bad guy.
yeah.
Not a very like deep bad guy or anything. He's just kind of a henchman type bad guy. But Lee Pace's character, which was he had a fun kind of character.
Hmm.
But there is a reveal towards the end where he turns out to be one of the original contestants. Um, and I just don't think the reveal was impactful a lot just because we didn't get any like hints of it at all. Because it would have been nice if they would have been like, if like the first contestant was this kind of folk hero that the people kind of speak
Hmm.
about, and he's kind of that he gives them hope. And it would be cool if like on camera he like unmasked and It's the first,
Yeah,
and they're like, "Whoa!" I mean, it would have been really predictable, but I think it would have had more impact for that part.
because
Um,
didn't don't they say like early on that they think like no one survived the show before?
they
So I guess
const
that's why he was wearing the mask the whole time.
Yeah, and they constantly say, "Well, you've lasted longer than everyone but
Yeah.
the first contestant." They constantly saying that. What if he took off his mask and it was Arnold Schwarzenegger? But like you guys, I had a lot of fun with it. I really was enjoying it until the
Yeah.
end. Until maybe he meets the girl in the car. It kind of
Yeah.
slows down a lot on that part. Like a lot of movies, it's probably too long. You probably need to be trimmed down a little bit. Um, there was a lot of fun cameos, like William H. Macy's in it. He's like this. For some reason, Glenn Powell knows this, like, what do you call it? Like this,
Supplier kind of.
yeah, like this, what do you call it?
Yeah.
Black market guy that, he's got disguises and passports is like perfect for him. So that was a little convenient, but I still
Yeah.
like the character. And I do like the idea of him just hanging out at hotels trying to win the game.
Hmm.
Because that was fun. And then, like we said, Michael Cera has got a really good part. His mom's crazy, and that was making the audience at my
Yeah.
theater crack up a lot. Was her
My audience
laughing
was having a blast with it.
because her laugh, she's like,
Hmm.
and it does kind of reference Stephen King at that part.
Yeah, Derry.
Yeah, they mentioned Derry, and it's funny.
I did
But
kind of
yeah.
laugh at that part where Michael Cera says the line, he's like, "It's you versus the world," and I could just think of Scott
Oh,
Pilgrim.
I didn't even think of that. That's funny. Um, but yeah, like I said, I was having fun with it. Edgar Wright, yeah, you can like see it every once in a while because he does action well, like you said, and he's very into like the I don't know, when you think of Scott Pilgrim, you think of like stuff popping up on the screen and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So he does a lot of that stuff in this one too. Um, did you think the Rovers were named after the prisoner?
Maybe.
I know, maybe they're
Because it's just
balls.
balls that follow you.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking because we just reviewed that. So I was like, maybe that's anything else. There was that girl that's always on Disney stuff as one of the contestants.
Oh, yeah.
She's like always popping up on Disney stuff. Music was good. I did like the music.
Mm.
It's not surprising, Edgar Wright. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say about it. It was fun. If you like action movies, you probably would like this movie.
It's
Um,
definitely better than a lot of people are saying.
yeah, it wasn't a bad movie. I mean, I
Mm.
think a lot of people are comparing it to the Arnold Schwarzenegger one, so
Yeah.
it would be kind of a letdown for those kind of people. But like I said, I've never seen the Arnold Schwarzenegger one. It's like one of the
Mm.
rare Arnold Schwarzenegger movies I haven't seen.
Yeah.
But um, I think without knowing that movie, I was fine with it, except for the end. The end stunk.
Yeah.
um, but yeah, Josh Brolin, he was fun. He
Mm.
played a good bad guy. Uh, yeah. If you guys have seen it, let us know what you guys thought. Maybe if anyone's seen it in the original and like both of them, let us know.
Or the book.
The book, yeah, the
Yeah.
book. Now I'm really curious about how the Arnold one ends, just because I haven't looked it up, and I
It's
kind of
supposed to
want to
be
just
like really like goofy kind.
really, I
Yeah.
kind of want to watch it,
Yeah.
just to see. But I've been avoiding reading like what happens at the end, but yeah, I'll get to it eventually. You gotta be on Tubi someday,
Yeah.
or YouTube even. They got stuff.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's gonna do it for this time. If you could do us a favor and like the video and also subscribe and notify yourself for even more good stuff, and we will see you next time. Bye.